So this is really different from my regular content, but I figured I'd do it anyway because I've been thinking about it, and this is something I do in power scaling videos. I normally engage in the comments, or I look up threads on Google and Quora for different things relating to fictional battles. I also watch Death Battle, even though they're very bad with their statistics. You're probably wondering what the video is about, and, well, by the title, where Saitama would fit into the Dragon Ball universe. Now, if you use guidebooks, which is the best thing to use for helping the One Punch Man universe, the strongest thing we know about so far is Boros being star level based off of the guidebooks. Now, Garo might be stronger than Boros, but since we haven't really seen a feat or anything like that that actually provides that information, Saitama also hasn't gone out and said that he was stronger than Boros, so we can't really use that as reliable information. I've seen people try to say Boros' solar system by the argument of, well, stars can be larger, so he's obviously at least several times able to destroy the sun several times over, and since the sun is the biggest object in the solar system, making up 99% of its mass, that makes it so that he's a solar system buster, which it's just wrong. Now, Saitama is a very strong character. He easily just defeated Boros, who's star level, with no contest. So I'm going to move on to where he would fit. Now, we know for someone in One Punch Man to actually fight him, they at least, bare minimum, have to have a good healing factor. So, I think we can roll out anything in original Dragon Ball. That doesn't work at all. So you immediately have to move on to Dragon Ball Z. In Dragon Ball Z, Frieza would already not be good enough either. He destroyed a planet that had 10 times the gravity of Earth, and then his final form is a 200 times multiplier, if you read the guidebooks again. And it matches up with the show as well, since Goku was able to surpass base form and then had a Super Saiyan, which was 50 times multiplier. So 200 times multiplier matches up with what we see in the show. Now, that would make him 2,000 times planetary for Earth, and he's typically been stated to be dwarf star level. However, this is much weaker than Boros. He doesn't have a healing factor, so he wouldn't stand a chance against Saitama. So we move on to some of the other main villains. Maybe the androids could do something. They're above star level, but I think they would still also lose to Saitama, especially since their lack of healing factor. So we'll move on to, I think, the first interesting fight, which will be Perfect Cell. Now, Perfect Cell became a solar system buster based off of the guidebooks, and again, since we're using guidebooks to say how strong Boros is, it's reliable to say that's how strong Perfect Cell is. And he also states it in the show, and Boros did not state that he could destroy a star in the show. So, however, in this fight, Perfect Cell wouldn't actually be solar system because it's Super Perfect Cell, which is after he absorbed Goku. And since him and Goku are pretty even, Perfect Cell is actually about half solar system level, which puts him at, since the solar system is 300 times larger than the sun, that'll put him at 150 times stronger than Boros. And he has a pretty good healing factor, able to regrow limbs almost instantly. So this makes it so that Saitama might actually fight Perfect Cell, since he's a lot stronger than Boros, who he had fight for a couple minutes. And this is him using barely any of his power, though, to do so, and he still utterly destroyed Boros. In fact, you might even make the argument that with the Serious Punch, it was only his wind that overpowered a star-level attack, which means his punch could actually be well above star level. It's possible that the Serious Punch might not kill Perfect Cell, but if he somehow is able to survive the Serious Punch, then Saitama could just use consecutive Serious Punches to destroy Perfect Cell. So Perfect Cell and Saitama would have a decent fight. If Perfect Cell was in the One Punch Man universe, I think the logic that would happen is, as Imperfect Cell, he's destroying the S-Class heroes, but Saitama defeats him easily. He starts to absorb power in that verse and becomes semi-perfect cell until eventually he achieves his ultimate form of perfect cell and actually battles Saitama. But we'll move on to a fight I think is the most interesting so far, and that is Majin Buu. For Majin Buu, I'm just going to skip to Kid Buu, since this would be possibly in the One Punch Man universe, and there's no Kais in that one for him to have absorbed to become like that. So, as Kid Buu, he is pretty even with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, likely a little bit above. And if he's slightly strong in Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was solar system level. It was stated that Super Saiyan 2 Goku was slightly stronger than Gohan as Super Saiyan 2, and then Super Saiyan 3 is 4 times multiplier for that. So I'm going to say that Majin Buu is at least a 5-time solar system buster. So that already makes him a total of 1,500 times stronger than Boros, as well as having a really good healing factor. Also, my dogs are barking at something now. So with Majin Buu being a 1,500 times 1,500 times sun level, this puts him obviously a lot stronger than Boros, and he's also got speed because he was moving around a galaxy from star system to star system within like several years, so like maybe 10. So if we stack that together, that makes it so that Perfect Cell is actually, not Perfect Cell, sorry, Majin Buu. He could also maybe turn Saitama to candy with his candy beam laser thing. And if he does that, however, I'm going to say Saitama uses more of his strength and starts to actually move as a candy, like how Super Vegito did. And I do believe it would be a very big battle, and Serious Punch wouldn't actually be able to take him down, even maybe consecutive Serious Punches, since they're all simply way above star level. The most I think you could put a Serious Punch at, even if you try to consider the wind, could be solar system level. And possibly that could take down him, but we see consecutive attacks from Dragon Ball as well, and that didn't work. So I don't believe that would work out. So, plus mention the fact of him as Buhan, he used the outerversal crash thing. I might be forgetting what it was called, but when he did that, he was able to deflect attacks from Super Vegito, who was a lot stronger than him. Probably at least like maybe 100 times stronger than Kid Buu. And that attack was threatening to destroy the universe because he was tapping into his infinite power that he has within himself, which Toriyama stated, that he only uses a light bit of his power when he's actually fighting because he doesn't need, like how to control it since no training. So that's how strong Majin Buu is in that way. Now, and my sister's coming out of her room as well. Everything's happening. So I think that's how the fight would turn out, is maybe doing that. Saitama might be going up against the outerversal crash, and I think if you're considering lore-based, Saitama might actually use a full power punch, 100% of his power, and tear through the dimensional destruction attack and be able to kill Majin Buu that way. It'll be the first time you see Saitama's full power. And yeah, that's it for Z. Hi. I'm recording a video. So yeah, that's how that would work out. Super, unfortunately, he would probably fit somewhere in between Super and Z, because that's just how that would work out, because everyone in Super's well above Universal, so people try to say that he could defeat Goku from Dragon Ball Super, but that's just, unfortunately, Goku's just so far above Universal, which is so much higher than anything Saitama shown. And then Lord Beerus defeated a gag character, which supports that even if Saitama was a gag character. And, well, I hear the argument that he could one-punch anything, even though it is actively disproven in the show, where he punches people and then they just kind of don't die. So yeah, that's this video on that, and I just need to wait a couple more seconds, and it'll be 10 minutes. You like that outro there? Is it professional?
Beautiful.
Exactly. Now I'm looking forward to all the people who are going to be mad in the comment section because of the whole thing saying Saitama can't possibly lose to anyone. Bye.